Welcome to Swing and a Miss, a baseball podcast.
Where our obnoxious opinions are backed up by cherry-picked stats.
The off-season regimen has begun.
Then the doctor said rectum damn near killed him.
Welcome into episode 20. Episode 20.
Wow.
We did it. We hit double figures.
That's like 1,000, isn't it?
Next episode, we'll actually be able to drink.
I think one more and we can legally have the ballpark brews that we've been
doing it with a fake ID this whole time.
How you guys doing now that baseball's over?
It doesn't feel like it's been over. I gotta be honest, it feels like the baseball vibes are still very, very strong.
I've been watching a lot of basketball, I'm not going to lie.
I can't miss it if it doesn't go away.
Well, that's a weird thing to say. Before we dive into the first episode of the offseason, I have a very special shout out that I have to make. Our 4-year-old niece, Avery, is the biggest fan of this podcast. She listens every episode and asks, when is Uncle Ben going to shout out my name? So, Avery, this is for you. Me and producer man / Aunt Jessica are big fans of the fact that you listen, and we love you. And I'm sorry that I forgot to shout you out last episode. So,
hi, Avery.
Hey, Avery.
Make sure you get some listeners when you go back to your pre-K.
Yeah, tell everyone at pre-K.
And remember to load up that back hip when it's time to swing.
I don't think she started softball or baseball. I think she's
too early. T-ball time.
I keep seeing this video on TikTok of this dude who's got like a 2-year-old kid, and he has like 4 different colored balls and throws them up at the same time and calls what color while they're in the air. And the kid hits them absolutely every single time the right colored ball. So like, she's not too young.
I'm Abby Cameron. Now's the time to train Avery to hit different colored balls. Apparently,
we'll talk about it later, but there's a women's professional baseball league now, so start them young.
The draft is happening soon, so we're 14 years away from her being available to be drafted. So, first episode of the off season. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. Let's kick it off with the awards for this season. I think everyone would agree that the awards were relatively not exciting because I think we all saw most of them coming.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of suspense in many of the races. I think that we all knew who the winners were going to be for the Cy Young. Like that, those races were done and dusted.
Skeens.
NL MVP. I think the only thing that was the only question about that would Shohei Ohtani be unanimous, and he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the only thing that was really a matter of debate was National League Rookie of the Year and American League MVP.
Oh, you think National League Rookie of the Year was in question?
I think that there was a debate there. I don't have a strong opinion on that, and as our resident Bravos fan, do you have anything that you'd like to say?
I was actually surprised Drake Baldwin won. I really was. I thought he had obviously a great rookie season, but I didn't think that he had the season necessary to win that, personally.
He did lead all National League rookies in RBI, only 2 back of first in home runs from Augustin Ramirez. That's a pretty solid year when comparing it against the other rookies.
It was a great season. I just expected...
And as a primary catcher, that helps a lot, too, for value.
Well, he split his entire season with Sean Murphy. So...
Sure, but his primary position
Sure. And he did DH, not a ton, but he did DH a handful of days when Sean Murphy caught. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought he had a great year, and I'm really excited for his future, but I personally was surprised.
I think that the real surprise was it wasn't necessarily a strong year for National League Rookie of the Year. And this isn't a knock against Baldwin, but I don't think we'll remember this as one of the great rookie seasons of all time. It's just a good, solid building block to what hopefully is a long career of being awesome. But this
Kyle
is like
Lewis style Rookie of the Year.
What?
Or a little better.
A little
From Seattle. Was it Kyle Lewis?
I think, yeah. Oh, Kyle Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, from Seattle a few years ago. Unremarkable.
Well, let's keep it.
That was 2020.
Let's keep it with Seattle, because I think the biggest snub is Cal Raleigh not winning AL MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it at length before the offseason that while Aaron Judge is absolutely deserving of the MVP, history is something that should be acknowledged. And the fact that Cal Raleigh not just hit more home runs than any catcher in a single season in history, but any switch hitter period, which is more than Mickey Mantle. He got over the 60 home run plateau in the regular season. Primary catcher doing all of this.
Yep.
I understand that Aaron Judge may have had a slightly better statistical offensive year, but I think that you really need to put the history in perspective, and I think that voters are too blinded by the shiny advanced stats that have Aaron Judge being better and thinking just about the offense, and also the New York Yankee bias.
Well, that was going to be my question: is if Aaron Judge is not on the Yankees, do the Yankees still make the playoffs? Probably.
Probably yes.
If Cal Raleigh's not on the Mariners, do they make the playoffs?
No.
That's your most valuable player right there.
Yeah, I hear that argument, but also that argument can be used in a negative connotation where it's like all of Mike Trout's MVPs. If Mike Trout had phenomenal seasons, they didn't make the playoffs. It's not anything because of what Mike Trout did. It's just that the rest of the team around him was not up to the task.
Yeah, stupid Ohtani and Pujols.
Especially in a game like baseball. Basketball, you might be able to make that argument a little bit more because each individual holds so much more weight with only 5 on the court at a single time, and them playing for most of the game and touching the ball all the time down the court on every possession. In baseball, it's hard to emphasize or penalize a player based on the rest of the team. Like, how are you going to penalize a player because, the rest of their team also happens to be good? Like, I don't think that that's fair.
Well,
but also, like we're talking about too with Mike Trout, like, just because they didn't get to the play, like, just because his team sucks, he shouldn't get as much credit for being so good?
Is it penalizing the team for being good, or is it elevating the team for him being so good that a team that was mediocre made the playoffs?
Well, I think that So, two things. Number one, I'm not super upset that Aaron Judge won over Cal Raleigh. I would have voted for Cal Raleigh, but I also respect the fact that Aaron Judge was 200 points better in OPS than Raleigh was.
Sure.
Raleigh had a phenomenal year, but Aaron Judge led the league in all batting categories, average, on-base slugging. So, that's a phenomenal year. The one thing that I will say is I don't think that we necessarily have WAR perfectly calibrated when it comes to defensive contribution.
Right.
Because the difference between Cal Raleigh and the next best offensive producing catcher, which is probably Alejandro Kirk, is way greater than the difference between Aaron Judge and the next best producing right fielder, which is, Tatis, Soto, Corbin Carroll,
Julio Rodriguez.
there's a lot of good hitters that you expect out of that corner outfield spot. Aaron Judge is way better than everybody, but I think compared to all other catchers, Raleigh is way better than that.
So you mentioned all the things that Judge was led batting wise. We have an award for best offensive player. It's called the Hank Aaron Award, which he won and should have won.
Yes.
Because he
for
was
sure.
a better offensive player.
For sure.
So what's the MVP then?
Well, I kind of go back to, this is not comparable, but like the Heisman award is now the best quarterback on the best team. And that's really what it's come down to. And that's not true.
And they have the Davey O'Brien. They have the Walter Camp for best offensive player.
The Doak Walker, the Dick Butkus Award, like all of these things about individual positions.
And it's crazy to me too, because sometimes like the best quarterback award winner won't win the Heisman against another quarterback. And it's like, what are we doing with like what these awards mean? So this is another one of those situations where it's just like you're basically just duplicating an award here. Because they're just looking at the best offensive player, which we have an award for the best offensive player. So they're just like duplicating it, and one holds value and the other holds less value.
Right. And I think that when you look at MVP, Cy Young, and, well, let's just look at those two. That's the only one that I think anyone at this table would have any argument about, because I don't think anyone's arguing Shohei Ohtani, NL MVP.
No.
I don't think anyone's arguing Scooble and Skeens for Cy Young.
No. Go Scoob, baby.
Yeah, Scoob and Skeens. That's my new favorite band. Rookie of the Year, we talked a little bit about. Anybody have a problem with Nick Kurtz? And you have to. You have to.
No, absolutely not.
But you have to say that slowly.
Yeah.
Just say Kurtz.
Yeah.
One thing that I'll
N period Kurtz.
One point I wanted to make on Raleigh versus Judge. So both of them played about the same amount of games. But did you know that Aaron Judge had more games at DH than Raleigh did? So
despite Raleigh being a catcher,
so Judge had 56.
That's more of a reason to give the award to Raleigh.
Like I said, I would have voted for Raleigh. I'm not super upset that Judge got it. I would have voted for Raleigh.
No,
it's 56 versus 38 games at DH.
That's a big gap.
It is a big gap.
That's a big gap.
And let's be clear here. Cal Raleigh did not get robbed of the MVP. We think he should have won it, but somebody that didn't deserve it didn't win it over him.
Right.
So this is not an anti-Aaron Judge conversation that we're having.
This is not Bertolo Colon beating Johan Santana for a Cy Young.
Right. Where it's just or Rick Porcello beating Justin Verlander, despite Verlander having more first place votes.
Rick Porcello may show up later in the episode.
Okay.
We welcome Aaron Judge in the offseason to join the podcast.
Oh, please do. I hate the Yankees, but I like you.
We know that you listen to every episode, so please do contact swingandamiss.pod@gmail.com. So,
but also, I mean, the other thing too, and you can't take this into account as a voter. If you do, then you shouldn't really have a vote. But as a fan, part of me too that's really tied to Cal Raleigh is this was the only season that Cal Raleigh's ever going to have a chance to win an MVP.
Probably.
Aaron Judge has already won a few.
Yep.
And likely will win at least another in his career with the way that he's playing.
Yep.
So, like, to me, when I see a guy have just an absolutely unreal history-making season and knowing that that's, like, the one time they'll be there against a dude like a Mike Trout in his prime or an Aaron Judge or a Shohei Ohtani, I just go, man, could we not have given it to the dude that made history once over the guy who's just going to, start not having enough room on his shelves for these trophies and putting them in the garage?
Did Aaron Judge knock off a record from Mickey Mantle this year?
No. Not this year, but I'll tell you what, that helped him heavily winning the MVP when he hit 61 himself because he did it in New York.
Yep. Well, that wasn't Mickey Mantle, but...
No, but it was, Babe Ruth and Roger Maris.
I get it.
But that was a big part of his story, was breaking the American League record to win the MVP for home runs that year. That was a huge part of winning it over Shohei.
Well, I think you make a good point that, like, we're not upset. We don't think Cal Raleigh got screwed.
No.
We would have, I think all four of us voted for Cal Raleigh.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's really the only point we're making. But anyone have thoughts on Manager of the Year? I don't think anyone has a problem with Pat Murphy, but...
no. But, Stephen Vogt winning Manager of the Year for Cleveland over John Schneider for the Blue Jays is insane. The only reason, and it says it right here in the blurb at MLB.com, that historic surge saw the Guardians overcome the biggest deficit. Sorry, Josh, but that was because the Tigers just were ass.
Oh, you don't have to apologize to me. The Tigers owe me an apology for putting me through what I had to watch offensively.
One team made it farther than the Guardians.
Oh, yeah, you mean the team that knocked them out, that they surpassed?
There you go.
That was all the revenge I
All the
needed.
Guardians had to do was just kind of stand there and not be horrible for 6 weeks.
It ended up not mattering in the long run, but I think Stephen Vogt is a weird choice.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Sure, they overcame that huge deficit to come back and win the division and all that. Cleveland coming into the year, most people probably thought were, if not the favorites to win the division, were absolute contenders. I don't think a lot of people saw Toronto performing the way that they did in that
No,
division.
they were picked last by a ton of people.
Not by this show.
No, but by a ton of people who picked this award.
But in general, what they accomplished, people weren't expecting. People were expecting Cleveland. Really, the reason they had that huge comeback is because they underperformed expectations for so long.
Yeah. So Vogt won last year as well. So these back-to-back winners. Last year, the Guardians won 92 games.
Well, let's real quick before you move on. Stephen Vogt and Pat Murphy back to back.
They did both.
Back to back.
But the Guardians won 92 games last year. They won 88. They won 4 less, and he's winning Manager of the Year.
I honestly, number one, I really don't care about the Manager of the Year award. Number two, the Manager of the Year award just seems to be, what was the team that we didn't expect to do very much and performed far better than what our
The Blue
expectations?
Jays! That's the Blue Jays!
I understand.
Not according to this show.
But it
Well,
was...
still, we didn't pick them to win.
No one... also,
We picked him to make the playoffs.
Yeah. And so, because the Brewers had
Hold on,
the...
real quick.
Only illegal for one
because the
round.
Brewers had the best record in
That's
the
a
National
Diet Coke.
League. That's why they won.
That's fine.
And, I don't know.
And they also had that ridiculous win streak in the middle, too.
Yeah,
I have no problem with that.
But here's, I want the Manager of the Year to be actually someone who's got to actually make managerial decisions. And I don't know what that metric is, how to, figure out who had the best batting average when they put in a pinch hitter. And, whose relievers did they, have the lowest ERA or, the biggest strand rate or whatever. I don't know how you measure that stuff exactly.
Well, isn't the old adage, you win 40, you lose 4, or you win 60, you lose 60, and what you do with the other 42 is the manager?
But I have no idea if these managers actually did something. Rocco won Manager of the Year by pretty much setting a lineup and letting everyone hit home runs.
Where AJ,
It wasn't anything he was doing. He wasn't pulling any fantastic
where AJ Hinch is
and
the
Rocco's
opposite.
out of a job.
Yeah.
Where AJ Hinch is the opposite. He almost pulls too many levers. Sometimes we're take a step back and let the game breathe. Stop trying to overmanage. But I know with AJ Hinch, he's pulling all of these levers with a team that isn't as talented as everybody else. And I'm not saying AJ Hinch should have won Manager of the Year this year, but that's part of your example of there's a manager that I know is pulling levers and trying to work all these different angles with the bullpen, with pinch hitters all the time.
If it weren't for that last month of the season, AJ Hinch is AL Manager of the Year.
Absolutely.
And Stephen Vogt got his guys to play at the time they needed to make that run.
I would have voted Vogt third behind. I don't even know that I would have voted Schneider. Obviously, in hindsight, they made the World Series,
right?
But Dan Wilson.
I would have gone Schneider first.
I know, and they had the best record in the American League. But Dan Wilson got the Mariners to win the division title for the first time in 25 years. To me, that's something that you go, oh hey, that's super notable. Toronto, I would have been fine with Schneider, but I probably would have voted Wilson just for. The Mariners hadn't done that in 2 decades.
I'll pose this, and we'll move on to the next few awards in a minute. But when you look at the Mariners manager, when we talk about Cal Raleigh, is that undermined by the season he had? And then when you look at Schneider, Vladdy had an amazing season. George Springer, Bo Bichette, there were plenty of players that had great seasons. No one had a record-breaking season on the Blue Jays prior to the postseason. So can you say that Schneider did a better job as a manager when it comes to those additional 42 games than you could the Mariners manager because they had a generational, once-in-a-lifetime season from one player?
I don't think so.
No. because we just talked about Mike.
You guys could give a little bit more thought than just no.
Well,
He said no, and then started explaining.
Just very clearly.
because
no.
Mike Trout, we just talked about him winning a bunch of MVPs and
Yeah, but you can't
sack manager of the Angels.
you
were
can't
during that
you
time.
can't compare Mike Scioscia to those other managers.
Well, I believe he won one.
He did.
In 2002, yeah.
Okay, so
And
he has the chops.
and how many playoff games did he play after 2002?
Like 2
Three.
series.
3. 1 series, 3 games.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Terrible manager.
Hey, a ring's a ring.
I'm not debating that.
Brother man, bring me a ring to Detroit. I don't care if
That's
you
a tainted
if
ring,
you
by the way.
throw. I don't care if you throw your niece Avery out there to manage the team at 4 years old. If they win a ring,
4.5.
4.5. If they win a ring, then Avery gets a statue.
Hey Avery, would you like to manage the Cleveland Guardians next
No,
year? You could
no,
be manager
no.
of the year.
Detroit Tigers.
You're gonna fire AJ Hinch for my niece?
Look, maybe they can co-manage, but
Yeah.
maybe we need a little youthful
she's
point of view.
she's a player manager.
Sometimes you just need a little bit of that youthful POV.
She is gonna love the fact that she has been mentioned so much in the beginning of this episode.
She deserves it. Future Manager of the Year.
There you go. All right, let's talk a little bit about comeback player of the year. I don't have an issue with either of these players. Ronald Acuna, who I love, and Jacob deGrom. Anybody have an issue with those?
Nope.
Nope. Not really.
All right, fair enough. Reliever of the year, Edwin Diaz and Aroldis Chapman, who loves to molest his mother on Instagram.
It's okay.
Hey, I'll
he
tell-
can win a different award for that. But
Yeah.
he's deserving of reliever of the year for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
He's also deserving of weirdest guy on Instagram.
Well, that's the award he can win.
sure, but if you take off the field stuff away, I mean, honestly, I feel like we didn't talk enough about what Aroldis Chapman did at the age that he is,
Yep.
continuing to be that dominant, continuing to fire the ball over 100 miles an hour. Like, it's what is he,
crazy.
37?
I think he's 39.
30, 37.
Is he 37?
37.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it up. And
He's younger than 3 people on this show.
which is not me.
Josh is older than 100.
Let's just say I can't throw a ball probably 25 miles an hour slower than what he's throwing at 37 after a long career in the MLB. And we see all of these guys, their arms are falling off these days. Everybody that's trying to throw hard has needed multiple surgery. He's just out there continuing to just show up, shove the ball at 100 miles an hour, and not have anybody hit him. So off the field stuff aside, because there's plenty you can talk about with that, just purely on the mound, I mean, this is one of the greatest relievers ever that we're seeing right now.
And if you would like to find out how fast all 4 of us can throw a baseball, we need more listeners and a Patreon that is attached to money. So please do that.
Buy us a radar gun, and we will have a contest in the spring.
We'll film it. Oh, we can do it in the winter. We'll do it on skates if you pay for it.
Fair next year. They have that throw the ball.
I don't believe that that's real.
No, yeah, we got to get our own untainted radar gun.
Untainted radar gun.
Those Carney guns.
That's
Yeah.
right. So that's the awards.
Also, platinum glove is nonsense because it's fan voted.
Oh, but one thing that I will say.
Thought we were done. Guess we're not.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
2 things. Byron Buxton completed the all-medal cycle by winning a Silver Slugger this year. So now he has a Gold Glove, a Platinum Glove, and a Silver Slugger.
Okay.
And unfortunately for Byron Buxton,
Where's his bronze?
is there a Bronze Award?
No, but that's what you're missing in your little
It's a
your
gold and
medal
silver.
cycle.
All right.
Wait, all medal award. So he loves Korn, Slipknot, and Slayer.
Yes.
Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
He's missing Megadeth though. I don't have that.
There you go.
And unfortunately for Byron Buxton, he had a very significant contract incentive tied towards finishing top 10 in the MVP awards, and he finished 11th. So sorry for Byron for that.
That's a conspiracy if I ever heard one, honestly.
Yeah, to be fair,
Can we name?
coming 2 points, 2 voting points behind Jeremy Pena for 10th.
Were there
is
10
kinda
better
rough.
players in the American League than Byron Buxton?
Not Jeremy Pena.
No. Definitely not Hunter Green, I can tell you that.
Jeremy Pena is the one right in front of him is the one I would put him over. But Junior Caminero hit 45 home runs and 110 RBI as a 22-year-old or whatever. Crochet and Skubal, depending on your view of MVP voting for pitchers, they absolutely deserved it. Springer, Julio, you could maybe make some arguments, but they had great years. And then, Bobby Witt, Jose Ramirez, Cal Raleigh, and Judge, he's not over them. So I'd say maybe he could have been one more spot up to get to that 10. But, I mean, it was a pretty strong
pretty
top 10
disappointed that I made the Hunter
We
Green
should
joke.
we should look into illegal gambling for that.
Yeah, we
voting
should
award.
just well, that's not next on the agenda, but yeah, we can do that.
Segway.
They see me roll on my Segway.
All right, we'll move past topic 2 and go right into the Clasé and Ortiz situation.
We'll table topic 2 for topic 3.
Well, topic 2 is not that interesting, so
no.
let's be honest.
I get to talk.
Yeah,
talk
it's
Clayton Kershaw.
it's Nell's time to shine. We won't delay that.
Do
for a
you
little bit.
get to talk trash about him?
Did you see his playoff numbers?
Did you?
Yes.
They weren't there.
No, he's talking about career.
Oh, career. Fair enough. All right,
Anyway.
let's talk about betting
The
in
biggest
baseball.
story to hit baseball probably this year.
Oh, by far this year. Yeah, so who wants to kick it off? Because we talked a little bit about this in probably episode 12, 13, somewhere
Whenever
around
he
there.
got suspended.
Yeah, Emmanuel Clasé and forgive me on Ortiz's first name.
Luis
Ortiz,
Ortiz.
thank you.
Stupid idiot. Ortiz.
Stupid idiot Ortiz.
The L stands for loser.
I can
We're
give it the bullet
suspended.
points.
We're suspended by baseball at that time for allegedly tipping pitches for the purposes of betting for those that were placing bets on what they were going to throw. That was a weird way to say that. Throwing balls or strikes and tipping those pitches.
Yeah, so starting, according to reports, starting in 2023, Emmanuel Clasé started working with a betting syndicate to tip them off or listen to their instructions on to whether to throw a ball as his first pitch of his outing. And then sometime in spring of 2025, he got Ortiz involved with it. And both of those guys got suspended in the middle of the season. They got their lockers cleared out. No one really knew what exactly was happening until about a week ago. It came out that they were working and the FBI had come across this organized conspiracy to defraud the betting groups, and they were found out because the sports books saw unusual behavior on specific bets revolving around these ball strike bets, and the Fed started to acquire the evidence and have now indicted and arrested both of them.
And they've been charged with fraud, conspiracy, and bribery, stemming from the alleged scheme to rig individual pitches that led to gamblers winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whose phone is making noise?
My stupid laptop won't stop.
Oh no, Nels! We're talking about something so serious.
So what came out? What came out on this? Don't you work for a major electronics retailer?
Tell your electronics company to get you better equipment.
I'm using their equipment.
I know, that's why we're saying tell them to get you better ones.
Dell sponsor the podcast.
So it came out that I think that what we were talking about is in the $5,000 to $15,000 range.
I think it was 17,000 for Clasé over the course of it, and like 5 for Ortiz.
So the total that gamblers won in this time period of betting, the bets.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
No, that's
We're
how
talking
much
about
they got paid.
How
out.
much?
The
Ortiz?
kickbacks.
Clasé got 17K.
I got you.
And Ortiz, I think, was 5K.
When you look at their salaries, why would you risk it?
So that's what I'm saying.
I've got two theories on that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
do you know their salaries offhand?
I don't. It's millions of dollars.
It's more than
Clasé was in line for I think 36.8.
okay. So it's more
No.
than 17 grand and 5 grand.
So yeah, like I don't think that what we're looking at here is motivation based on money.
No, absolutely
I
not.
think that there are one of two things that happened. First thing is that somehow they may have said yes to this in some manner, and then organized crime got their hooks into them
Yep.
and said, you better keep on doing this or else ...
Yep.
Or the second thing,
The ellipses is always dangerous.
yeah, the ... is, hey, maybe both of your ankles get broken this
It
offseason.
stands for sleep with fishes.
That's the theory that I am all in on, because that's the only thing that makes true sense to me.
Well, and my second theory is that Emmanuel Clasé's like best friend from childhood,
That was my other
who is a little bit of a dirtbag, is like, hey, can you help me
Teenage or
open
adult?
an
Doesn't
adult? Can you help me open up a string of car washes in the Dominican Republic? Clase says, you know what, man, like, I don't really want to just like set the precedent of just forking over dollars to you.
Yeah.
However, I will factor in the scheme that will allow you to get the money that you need without me actually being the one to fork over and write a check to you.
Yep.
And so he tips off his best dirtbag friend, who might have gotten a little lippy with it and spread that word to more people than he otherwise should have. And pretty soon everyone's in on this, and they are betting, and then that's how they wind up getting caught.
To be fair, that's how I describe all three of you, my best dirtbag friends.
But yeah, Tyler, on that note, those were exactly the two things that came to mind when I read that and I saw the amount of money that they individually got from it. I'm like, either this is a mob thing or this is a working a family friend's angle where he's trying to help them out. Those are
Yeah.
the only two things that make
Yeah.
sense
And-
at all to me.
And I'm not discounting the mob thing, but I'm leaning more towards the family thread thing based on one thing of reporting, which is that apparently the co-conspirator like crashed at Clasé's house
Yep.
for a few nights in Cleveland in sometime in 2024, which makes me think that it was more than just someone who is a business relationship.
Well, and not that this is an insignificant amount of money, but reportedly the bettors across the 2 seasons that this was reportedly or allegedly happening, they only profited $450,000. And that's not an insignificant amount of money, but
To us.
to us that's a significant amount of money, but to an individual making that amount and can potentially impact the game that much with threat of force or threat of bribery or threat of whatever, $450,000 seems like a lot to risk it for.
For what it's worth and the risk that it is, it doesn't seem like the risk was worth the reward.
Yeah, it's not equitable.
But
And both,
I'll tell you what.
both Clasé and Ortiz are looking at 65 years apiece.
yeah, and obviously that's not going to happen.
It's not going to
But they
happen.
could very well end up with some prison time. They
Yeah.
probably won't. They'll probably get some sort of probation, and they'll never play baseball
Yeah,
again.
No, they're done with
That's done.
baseball.
And
That's done.
Their multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
contracts that they have left are all torn up and shredded. I doubt they end up doing any prison time because that never ends up happening with, especially with what they ended up profiting on. I doubt they do. But it's a thing that could carry that's just showing how serious the risk is for the reward that they
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Is theoretically speaking, they could end up. We don't think it's going to happen, but they could end up with 65 years in prison.
Yeah.
I don't think that they end up in 65 years. I do expect them to get prison time.
You think so?
I think that you're looking at probably just a pure, we want to set a precedent, moral hazard. Like both of you get, whatever it is, like a year in prison and 10 years probation.
Right. I think they'll take a deal to name individuals in this scenario, and they'll get. Josh said, I think they'll get probation.
I don't think they need their testimony to help lock up whoever else they've got on the other end.
Probably not, just given Terry Rozier's arrest recently by the FBI and the ties to the FBI investigation into the NBA, and unfortunately, Josh, for Chauncey Billups,
I know my boy Chauncey getting
it's
wrapped
not
up in bad
great.
stuff.
I'm gonna be real sad when Donkey goes to prison, but he looks like Donkey from Shrek. He really does.
But my hope is that the outcome of this is that, as the years have gone on and legal sports betting has become more common, I have become more on the I'm against it, which I never thought that I would be, but I think it's ruining a lot. I think that the outcome of this needs to be that prop bets need to go away. Prop bets are
with that.
Prop bets are too easy. Sure, if you want spreads, over-unders, first half totals, stuff like that, it's a lot harder to fix team events. Prop bets when it's just singular people. It's like Jonte Porter in the NBA would be like, hey, take the under on all of my stats, check in just long enough for it to count for a full game and fake an injury. Prop betting and prop bets, too, are the biggest cause of actual threats to specific athletes.
Well, just think about the prop bets for the biggest sporting events. What's the biggest prop bet in the Super Bowl?
Coin toss?
It's not the coin toss. It's the
Gatorade?
It's the over under on the length of the national anthem.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest one.
That's easily fixable.
Exactly. So you're telling me that Adele or whoever's singing the national anthem can't time her national anthem for 2.5 minutes and say, I'm cutting 5 seconds off that easy.
Can't show some practice where it looks like it's gonna go long and then show up and cut it quick.
Or even longer, where you can hold that last note for 7 seconds instead of 5.
I think that, I don't know if all prop bets should be illegal, but an after effect of this has been, and I think that this is one of the benefits of legalized gambling. MLB worked with the sports books and they said the most amount of a bet that you're able to put on these individual events is $200,
which is probably why we see the total amount that bettors won being less than $500,000, because they're only able to put a total of a certain amount of dollars on it.
They didn't put this cap in place before.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you do it small so that you don't raise awareness. Like, there was I think you guys have probably all seen this. There was I think it was an Alabama baseball scout, a University of Alabama. I could be wrong, so Alabama, don't sue me. A scout that was at a Reds game in Cincinnati and went to the sports betting booth at the Reds game and said, I want to put this amount of money on this player to throw this amount of innings or to play. I don't remember exactly the details of it, but they were like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, I have a friend on the Alabama team, or the sports medicine team, or whatever, the coaching staff, and that's how I know. And they were able to catch this guy and put him in prison. It's like, if you're going to do it, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut your mouth. I am not above people making money legally, but at the same time, if you're doing something illegal, why are you telling people about it?
I think that there also needs to be a limit on...
I'm not a criminal, by the way.
...on how sports books are allowed to advertise in the same way that we put limits on how cigarettes are able to be advertised.
Absolutely. I am sick of seeing it all over my screens and everything when they're like, oh, he was throwing balls on the first pitch. Brought to you by FanDuel and DraftKings. Coming to you live.
As you're watching it on FanDuel Sports Network.
ESPN Bet Arena.
Because I will be really curious, like, how many 20-year-old college kids have racked up enormous amounts of life-crippling debt, not just by paying their tuition, but by also going to the sports books and putting
also
down
a risky
monies.
gamble these days.
I got to tell you, man, if I could have bet when I was in college, I might have paid off my student loans by now.
Or you would have triple the amount.
Yeah, I can say based on everything you've ever told us, you would have lost a shit.
I said might have. I didn't say I would have.
I would like to put down $1,000 on Ronnie Acuna Jr. batting over 400 this year.
First of all, thank you for thinking I was in college when Ronald Acuna came into the league. And second of all, thank you for thinking I had $1,000.
I wish that we could bet as like that Ben will be wrong bet, because I would be so rich.
I'd put so much money on that. I'd put so much money on that.
My favorite thing is apparently there was a third incident that was supposed to happen where he's going to throw a ball. And I think it was Andy Pajes actually swung at it, though, and cost him.
Yes, I saw that. It was in the dirt, and it hit in front of the plate, and Javi Baez did.
You gotta wonder if that made him do like the second incident.
It could have.
Where you have to throw it so far wide that you're like, oh, the breaking pitch in the dirt might actually get somebody to swing. It's got to be less obvious that they don't swing.
Andy Potheads, because he swung at that Clasé had to do it.
Way to go, Pages.
Yeah.
It's like the situation that we talked about earlier when Volpe was at bat and when who was it? Framber Valdez crossed up his catcher, and it was a pitch right down the middle. It's like if Volpe just swings, none of this is known.
Exactly.
If Paez doesn't swing, we're all in the clear.
So, long story short, I think they're definitely done with baseball.
Oh, 100%.
They're never coming back. Do we think Trumpy goes to bat for them to get them in the Hall of Fame?
No, they're Hispanic.
Oh, fair enough. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go forward, because there's an interesting development in the Hall of Fame voting for 2026 that we're going to talk about. But first, we have another ad read.
Oh, excellent.
Who's ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Brought to us by DraftKings.
No, it's not brought to you by DraftKings.
Brought to you by Emmanuel Clasé's bookie.
Oh, Emmanuel, you all right?
Come on.
Oh, man.
Computer.
Miles, you've just been a mess today.
Oh, man. All right,
Genie, come get your boy.
I wish this was brought to us by Emmanuel Clasé. Do you have a boss that just won't let you off the phone or a Zoom call? Have a chatty Cathy that won't take the hint to hang up the phone? Try the new Family Disaster Soundboard. There's no way that your boss will keep you on a Teams call after hearing, "Dad, I have diarrhea again," from the upstairs toilet. Our Family Disaster Soundboard has all the classic sounds like kid falling down the stairs, first teenage period, and cat trapped in a fan belt. Order yours on Amazon or other fine online retailers today to get it in time for the holidays.
Remember when I knocked over the mic?
I do. That happened just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, can we sell an ad read for mic stands that don't fall when Nels gets a little too rapid with his movements?
All right, let's move on to quickly. Nelson,
the Nels Show.
The Nels Show for retirements. You can have a sip of that Labatt Blue. It's all right. You don't have to freeze.
No, you mean Diet Coke because we're not legal till next
It's
episode.
20. Just no one tell Jeannie. Please take over for retirements.
Okay, so I'll list real quick all the retirements we've had since we last went over some, and then there'll be a couple that we'll go in depth on a little bit. So we salute you, Stone Garrett, Michael A. Taylor, Garrett Cooper, Kurt Casale, Brett Phillips. Josh, anything you want to say?
Brett Phillips, overall, mostly unnoteworthy career. Good for you for getting a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever they call it, at the major league level. But the owner of one of my favorite moments, as obviously I'm a Tigers fan first, but the Rays are the other team that I follow. 2020 World Series with the game-winning hit in Game 3, I think it was, the walk-off, where Rosarena gets trapped between third and home and then slides in and slaps it down. And Brett Phillips with the airplane arms coming through with the hit in that moment. Left a very great memory. And Jake from Detroit, if you're listening, he was over at my apartment watching that game. Both of our wives were asleep and we're watching, and we went nuts, but as silently as possible when that happened. So great memory. Enjoy retirement, Brett Phillips.
Brett Phillips is Hall of Fame at having fun at baseball.
Yeah, and position player pitching.
And I think if I'm Brett Phillips, well, I guess I should say, if I'm a certain organization based out of Georgia, I'm giving Brett Phillips a call to see if he wants to be the next member of this Fan of Bananas, because I think he would actually be really good at that.
He would.
Oh, for sure.
And much like that insane double play that the Brewers turned in the NLCS, that memory is lost because the stupid Dodgers had to win. So
yes, but it's not lost
the
to
Dodgers
me.
are against fun baseball.
It's not lost to me, but it was lost to history, so I needed to bring it back up and give Brett Phillips his flowers.
Yes.
Thank you for a great moment for me and my boy Jake.
A few more retirements to go through. Chris Owings, manager Mike Schultz, Martin Maldonado, Kyle Hendricks.
I don't have very much to say about Kyle Hendricks, but I was at his last start at Wrigley Field, and that was an awesome experience. The Wrigley faithful really loved that man.
Yeah, 2016 playoffs.
They should love that man.
Yeah, he was part of the 2016 team that won a World Series. He threw 25 in a third innings and had a 1.42 ERA during that postseason.
And he looks so nerdy, they call him the professor.
Yeah.
So, hats off to the nerd.
I would,
Cheers.
I would sue if I was Greg Maddux. That's just
No, Greg Maddux doesn't care.
he does. And then additional retirements. David Fletcher, Austin Nola. I think we missed Alex Wood earlier this year as well. So
Oh, no.
those are the most of the retirements, and then the big one,
Notable
that he didn't
retirements.
officially retired till the stupid Dodgers won the World Series. Clayton Kershaw,
You suck.
first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think
It's not a
I
question.
can't.
It's not a
deny
question.
that.
Dude, if
I'm not going to even look
he
up.
should be unanimous, but it won't be because
He won't
it's
be
baseball.
because it's.
But
We only did it for Mariano.
He'll get 98% plus.
Yeah.
On ballot one.
He was such a pain in the ass for the Giants for so long. The stats he put up against them is disgusting.
Can we just give a round of
stats-
applause for producer man right now?
Hey!
Look
no,
at that.
No voice, but bringing down the drinks.
No voice, but 11 beers? Wow.
Yeah. So
We're not going to drink
driving,
all those,
right?
but thank you. Thank you, producer
Variety
man.
pack, she says.
So,
But yeah,
If it
as a rival fan, in absolute pain is the greatest compliment you
it
can
is.
give a player.
It is. He was unbelievable. Excellent.
That's how I'm going to talk about Jose Ramirez when he retires. In absolute pain. Incredible player, absolute pain.
Maybe the greatest, I'll say, regular season pitcher of my lifetime, which leads a question of how do you do in the playoffs? Not great, Jim. That's how he did. 41 games, 196.2 innings, so a season's worth of games he pitched in the playoffs. This isn't a small sample size. This is like a whole extra season he did in the playoffs. A 4.62 ERA compared to a career 2.53 ERA in the regular season. His home runs per 9, twice as high in the playoffs. So it was the gopher ball that got him. A lot of the other peripheral strikeouts per 9, his whip was actually pretty low, 1.14 throughout the playoffs, but it was the long ball. He coughed up the long ball too often.
The long ball may come up in trivia.
Okay. And he gave it up at the worst possible times too.
And I think if he retired 5 years ago, that would be a huge knock on his overall portfolio. But walking away with 3 rings, even if he didn't perform the best with all of that, I don't think he cares
Well,
so
even
much.
the last 5 years of his career, he's been good. He's been injured a lot. Good, not great.
There's plenty of mid players that left with 3 rings.
Yeah, and he did.
Sure, but this is not a mid play.
No, he's not. But I'm just
This is
pointing
one of the
it out.
greatest pitchers of all time, walking
For
away
sure.
with 3 rings, and the only knock is, well, you weren't as good in the postseason.
Yep.
Actually, well, he has 3 rings, but he did not pitch last year in the playoffs at all.
Can we please stop have the Giants fan eulogizing Clayton Kershaw? Because I feel
I
like
admitted that he was by far.
there's some personal animus here. One of the few pitchers to ever win an MVP, 3-time Cy Young, won
Absolutely.
the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
His 4-year peak from 2011 to 2015 is just absolutely insane. And honestly, the 4 years from 2011 to 2014, another Dodger for you over here, Nels. One thing that I've looked at a lot, compare that 4-year stretch to Sandy Koufax's 4-year stretch at the end of his career, where he won 3 MVPs and a runner-up, or 3 Cy Youngs and a runner-up in 4 years. It's almost identical. It's ridiculous how close those two were.
Both mid.
No, look, he's
Mid
one of the
Dola
greatest
kicking your
pitchers
ass.
of all time. I can't deny that. But for whatever reason, in October, he just could not lock it down completely.
Yep.
Clayton Kershaw had played for 18 years. He had 3 bad seasons. His first year and his last 2 years.
Yeah.
Other than that, he was entirely elite.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I do
And by bad season, you're calling a bad season this year 11-2 with a 3.36 ERA in 112 innings. Like for
was-
a
it-
lot
I
of
might
guys,
say
that's
two-
a really
I
good
might say 2
season.
bad seasons.
Yeah,
then.
no,
Listen,
but
it wasn't-
but I'm saying
it wasn't great.
He's so good that our notion of a bad season for him is at 37 years old, going 11-2 with a 3.36 ERA.
Does it make you disgusted that three of us are older than him?
No. I'm used to it, man.
Oh, that must be nice. I don't know how that feels.
What's funny is Baseball
not there
Reference has projections for him for next season for some reason. He's projected to go 9-5 at the 3.66 ERA.
With whom?
The Dodgers. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a team on there. It just says Praj.
But
Team Praj.
118 innings, so if he
is
stuck
that
around, apparently he'd still be a very serviceable player.
I don't think Clayton Kershaw needs the money to play for the Savannah Bananas.
No, I mean he went out on top.
Can he twerk?
Also,
not with that
If he can't twerk,
No.
he can't play for the Savannah
Bad
Bananas.
back.
he also finished with 223 wins and 3,052 strikeouts. So getting over the 220 win mark in this day and age is going to be increasingly more rare. And then to eclipse 3,000 strikeouts is something that, again, we're not going to see that much in the era of so many pitchers getting hurt and not having longevity. Even though strikeouts are going up, the longevity is going down. 3,000 strikeouts. It's him, Scherzer, Verlander, and then who knows when we're going to see 3K again.
I will say one last final hater dig at him. His 3 rings, the shortened 2020 season, 2024 when he did not pitch in the playoffs, and 2025 when he pitched a grand total of 2 1/3 innings. Just saying.
He was
Just
also only a career 162 batter. So
What
He's
a
the reason why we have
loser.
a DH.
Dude,
What a loser.
If I was a vendor at a stadium, like one of the people selling peanuts going up and down the stands, and they offered me a ring, I would wear that thing with pride. So that doesn't bother me of his limited action in those
No,
rings.
but he has the rings. He was a part of the team. But out of all those playoffs where he was the guy on the team, they weren't winning rings then.
All right, kids, let's move to a section of progressiveness. We are 4 progressives that are very pro women's sports. Let's talk a little bit about the announcement that we saw this week for the Women's Pro Baseball League. We got, obviously, the 4 teams that are going to be included in the 2026 inaugural season. That is San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, and Boston. I don't love those 4 cities as the inaugurals.
One
hear-
of them was just fun.
Yeah,
I hear that I hear they wussed out because they saw the last time they had a new women's professional sports league and they put it in Minnesota.
2 in a row.
We took the first 2 championships, so
2
I
in
think
a
they
row.
were scared of too much power for women's sports in Minnesota.
I'm with you, but we have the draft coming up on November 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern. I believe that's going to be on the YouTube stream for the Pro Women's Baseball League as well as the Amazon stream? Instagram.
It's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channels.
Okay, very good. I looked through the prospects for the draft earlier today, and I got to tell you, man, I'm super excited to watch this. The draft is going to consist of 6 rounds, 20 picks per round, 5 per team for up to 120 players drafted. They're going to use a snake-style format, meaning teams that pick from the first will turn around and pick last on the next turn. So whoever's last in the first pick will have 2 in a row. The draft order was determined by random, which I don't buy because the 2 California teams were picked first and second, but whatever. Boston goes last with New York third, and games next year begin in August of 2026. I am super excited for this.
I'm not.
You're not?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because there's not a funnel that leads up to this league.
Well, that's fair.
And so,
That's fair.
I think the one female baseball player that might be a household name is Monet Davis, who we know from when she was 12 years old pitching.
She'll be
in
the
Little
number
League.
1 pick, I'm sure.
No,
She's
she
not
won't.
in the.
She's
in the draft.
in the
She's
draft.
there, but
Yeah.
she's not going to be. She's not going to be a number 1 overall pick because she actually got cut from her college.
Nels!
She got cut from her college softball team. So I don't think that she necessarily, like, she was great at 12, but I don't think that she is probably the best ball player that is going to be within this class. And nobody at this table knows who the best women's baseball player is.
Nope.
Not yet, but we will next
Not
year.
yet.
But-
Is it Grace Zumwinkle?
No. But
That would be hockey. man.
Taylor Heisey?
I mean, I am not going to say anything other than there's also a women's professional softball league that I am more excited about, because that is actually something where you've got a feeder system with
Pipeline.
college. You've got college women's softball that's very exciting, and it's not baseball. It's a different game than
Yeah.
what baseball is, but in that way it's unique, and so there's a different skill set and different types of players, and you get pitchers that are 100% dominant and can pitch absolutely every game, and their arms don't fall off. It's amazing. So like I'm not going to say that I'll never watch women's professional baseball, but I'm very dubious about the success, because where are these women coming from and kind of developing that skill set to get into the pros?
I think that's a fair question. I've looked, like I said, I looked at a lot of the draft prospects, and I saw a ton of California and New York. So we don't live in California or New York. We live literally in the middle of both. So I don't know if California and New York promote women's baseball and girls baseball at a young age and foster that. I don't know. I'd love for anybody from the Pro Women's Baseball League to get at us at swingandamisspod@gmail.com. Please come on and talk to us about it, because we genuinely don't know.
There's also a lot of international players too.
Lots of
There are
lots
A
and
lot
lots
of
of
Australians.
lots of
Yeah.
Australian, but from
And Canadian.
from American soil, it is California and it is New York heavy, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. But like, I guess that makes sense why we're doing San Francisco, LA, Boston, and New York.
I will say, if I can make a comparison.
No,
Well, I'm a pro wrestling fan. I think you guys know that. I don't know if the audience knows that. Yes, I'm a pro wrestling fan, and
Nels, I almost got taken out by a pro wrestler because I didn't know to get out of the way, and you had to tell me to do it.
yes,
Yes, that
it
happened.
did happen. Women's wrestling 10, maybe 15 years ago was very minuscule. They were kind of treated as a sideshow act just for their looks.
And very sexualized.
Yes, it was. And anytime people try to bring up, hey, give the women a chance, let them wrestle more, the argument was, well, there's not enough women wrestlers. Eventually, they just had to kind of give them the chance and say, we're going to take women's wrestling seriously. And now, you fast forward to now, there's tons of women's wrestlers.
I mean, is Rhea Ripley like one of the biggest figures in wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rhea Ripley,
yeah.
maybe the
Yeah.
biggest star in WWE right now.
Right.
They're main eventing pay-per-views, WrestleManias. They're taken completely seriously now.
Right,
They're
right.
not a sideshow. They're a major star attraction. So you got to start somewhere. And
Yeah, for
this is,
sure.
you only have 4 cities, but you got to start somewhere. Now that there's a league, maybe more women will be like, yes, I want to play. There's a place for me to play now.
Well, and I watch a YouTube channel called Momentum Baseball, and there's a woman on the channel, Marika. Her entire last name is all consonants, and I'm going to try to not butcher it, but I think it's Lysick, but it's like 13 letters. So shout out to her on Momentum Baseball. She was a college baseball pitcher in Canada, and she, career-wise in college, had a 0.0 ERA. Like, really dominant pitcher. And when I see things like that on YouTube, and I start to see what you're talking about, Nels, with like women growing in professional wrestling, and as we've seen in Minnesota with women's professional hockey, I think at least 3 of us, I don't think you were there, Nels, 3 of us were there at the inaugural
Yep.
women's professional hockey game
Way to
in
help me
Minnesota.
as some sort of
And boy, was that fun.
anti-woman.
Why you weren't
4 of us
available?
were there.
Yeah, we were all there. Nels drove us and then dropped us off and bought us all pretzels. I think it's important to note that, like, even if we have questions about the success of how this is going to happen or a feeder system, no one on this show is in any way diminishing the impact of women's sports. We want to see women's sports, whether that's softball, baseball, rugby, wrestling, hockey. We don't care. We want to see the advancement of women's sports. So I don't want anyone to take what we just talked about and say, well, you're not you're not advancing the women's sports by saying that you don't have a feeder system. No, it's just it's a legitimate concern.
But I didn't really think about it much before Tyler said that. I do wonder how much softball, with having also a professional softball league and an established Division I NCAA college athletic program. Again, they are not the same sport.
Nope.
There's a reason why the women want a baseball league, because there's very different things that you can do. Stealing bases, throwing overhand for pitches, all that kind of stuff. But
a different ball.
But yes, but it has a lot of the same skill sets.
Yep.
So I wonder how much softball cannibalizes the talent pool, at least early on, until you get better ways to feed into this professional system. That it's like, oh, you can choose baseball, you can choose softball, but softball has a collegiate path that can help you develop and get there, and baseball, you just gotta hope coming out of high school that somebody wants you. Like, I do wonder, because they're such similar skill sets,
and maybe
does that cannibalize some of their talent?
Maybe that's not the case until they expand the cities. I don't know.
Yeah, you just need to get John Lovitz out to some dairy farms.
John Lovitz.
To find some strong-armed gals.
Chateau Schmegma.
You know, I think that...
Stupid.
I think that the worry that I've got for this is there's not going to ever be a pipeline that develops for this, because if you've got a daughter who's good at bat and ball sports, you're going to push her towards softball, because at the very least, if she's in the upper echelon, you can see a scholarship to a Division I school as a pathway to at least like go forward and advance your career. And without that, the existence of that network that exists within baseball, I think that what you're going to get from this is going to be a whole bunch of women who are super good at baseball, but they came to it as maybe like their third or fourth sport and found it through like a rec league and wound up being very good at it, and so they were playing highest level of rec league. And I think it's just going to be like a step below what you expect from baseball.
Hopefully, though, this spurts colleges and universities looking into adding this as a sport. I mean, a non-insignificant thing is a lot of schools struggle with Title IX and having enough women's sports to work with Title IX and stuff. And baseball is not a small roster. That can help for a lot of them, and especially since they've been, a lot of times they have to cut some men's sports because they don't have enough women's athletes to satisfy Title IX. This could be a way to get kind of even on that and bring more sports back. We saw a lot of sports cut in 2020 because of COVID and funding and stuff, that you can start bringing back some sports, and this can maybe give them a Title IX pathway to... I mean, there's a lot of options for it, and hopefully it sticks and that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, we're also seeing 120 players drafted, so we're looking at 30 players per team. So, I mean, it's a significant opportunity for female baseball players, because to your point, Tyler, I don't know that there are a ton of women or females that are focused on baseball to be a feeder system. But when you have an opportunity of 30 per team, you're driving an opportunity that may not have been there previously. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I think it'll be fun to watch the draft on the 20th and see what that looks like. I think every one of at least our mothers, I can probably guess, enjoyed A League of Their Own when they were growing up.
That was the other thing I was going to say, is I can't sit here and have that as my number one movie when we do our sports movies and not be excited about this.
I mean, Dottie's not playing for these. The Rockford Peaches are not a part of this, but at the same time...
but the next generation of that, now we skipped a couple generations to get here. It's the next generation of that.
Not Avery, but I have other nieces that have gone as Rockford Peaches for Halloween, and so...
And I'll tell you what, we're talking about Avery. It's the Avery Day.
the Avery day. Avery, this is your episode.
But, like, she's at the age, too, where, like, if this starts developing now and gets a system in place in 10 years when she's 14, going into high school, maybe we'll have these kind of paths available. And it's something, if, she's interested in, that it's an availability. So you're starting to look at the generation of, we're obviously too old, but a lot of our friends,
speak for yourself.
Our friends and family members have young kids now at this point. Like, we're of that age that, like, this opens up doors for the next generation of the kids that we know and love now.
100%. And again, I think Tyler's point is very valid to say, what is this feeder system? And is it going to be those that weren't good enough to play softball, or those that didn't have an opportunity to play softball, or those that are pushed to baseball in other countries? I think it's all interesting to pay attention to. I don't think that the Women's Pro Baseball League is going to take the place of softball.
That was going to be my question, is can both of these sports exist in this space?
I think they have to.
They have to for now, but when, we talk about 10 years from now, is softball some new thing? Did women's baseball take it over?
There's always going to be old white dudes that play softball.
Okay, our softball, yes.
I think
We're sad and old. That's
Slow
what we
pitch,
do.
slow pitch is very
And
different.
we're not even good at that.
It takes no talent, and we are proof of that to play slow pitch softball
No, I think
in a
that-
beer league.
I think that there's too much momentum around softball. I don't think that that's going anyplace. I guess there's a chance that if baseball comes up that it winds up being diluted. But I don't know. Would you say the same thing about any other sport coming on board? Did soccer take away from football or basketball?
Well,
I can say that the UFL takes away from football, and that football fans hate the UFL.
We've seen the XFL fail twice.
Yeah.
He hate me. He hate me. I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing. I am not upset with the expansion of women's sports. I don't think anyone at this table is. I think the questions that you bring up, Tyler, make a lot of sense, and I think we should pay attention to it, because if baseball doesn't progress as a women's sport professionally, or in, like Josh said, in college or in high school for that matter, does it maintain? I don't know. But I think it's an interesting piece of the baseball piece that we need to. Interesting piece of the baseball piece. That was so smart right
Allow
there.
myself to introduce
I know, right? I think it's an interesting.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
I think it's an interesting aspect of baseball to pay attention to. And if it doesn't work, we'll know pretty soon. I mean, it's not going to last more than a year or two if it's not successful.
Yeah. So those ball players are starting off their careers. Let's talk about some ball players that wrapped up their careers about 5 years ago.
I'm with you. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame inductee list for 2026 that people will be voting on here in December, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think they're
Mid-December.
ballots go out right now.
Yep.
Writers can send them back at any time. But
Until
it's-
mid-December. I think
Until
December
mid-December,
16th or
and then
something
it
like
is
that.
going to be revealed in January, right?
So I thought
Yes.
that an interesting way to do this, because we have 24 names on this list, would just be to announce a name and go around the table and say if you'd vote for them or not. I don't think we need to look at stats. I don't think we need to go that deep into it. One thing I want to point out is, second mention for Trumpy, Pete Rose not on this list, so stay out of baseball.
Well, he
But
retired
also
one-
that he wouldn't be eligible for this. In fact, another thing that we should talk about, not on this one, but maybe the next one, is the Veterans Committee vote, because that is highly significant of some guys, aka steroid era guys, Clemens, Bonds.
We got a couple steroid guys on this list.
I know, which is what I was going to say here. Are we going around giving our predictions for in or out, or if we would vote for
Just
them?
if you'd vote for them.
Because I do, before we get into that, I do want to say, looking at this list, I do think that this is the first time in quite a few years that not a single guy on the ballot makes the Hall of Fame this year. I think this is a zero electee ballot this year. That doesn't mean I would vote for zero.
So then-
but just looking at the ballot, I think zero get in.
So guys, this is going to be the first segment that we've ever done where Josh says no words.
Okay, so
No. That's why I was clarifying. Is it prediction or what we would do?
No, what you would do.
Because
What you would do.
that's why I want to say I don't think anybody's getting in on this ballot based on how voters have gone in the past and who's new on the ballot.
So
that doesn't
what
mean
would
I
you-
won't vote for them. But I just want to go on record.
Sorry, guys. I tried.
I just want to go on record and say that on Tuesday, January 20th, 2026, when it is announced, I don't think any of these guys are going to reach the 75%
Fair enough.
platinum.
Pete Rose still should not go into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
All right, let's start with Bobby Abreu. Tyler, we'll start with you.
Bobby Abreu is a no vote for me.
No?
no vote.
Same. No.
No.
I agree, no.
Hall of Very Good.
Hall of Very Good. There's a Hall of Very Good in baseball that I think we probably should put people into, and that's most of the people that
There's a Twitter
retire.
account that.
Well,
Yeah.
but that's the Hall of Pretty Good, and it's very loose standards
Yeah.
for that. So this
It's
is
gotten weird in the last
yeah.
3 weeks.
This is above Hall of Pretty Good, but below Hall of Fame.
All right, Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Beltran is getting it for me. I think that he has got
More than enough on his resume to warrant.
I think this is one that, for me, is a yes based on who else is on the ballot. Because as a reminder or as a first time for
Yes
anybody,
or no, buddy?
No, for anybody that doesn't know how the Hall of Fame voting works, you can vote for up to 10 players.
You can.
You cannot vote for more. So some
Correct.
years, there's more than 10 that I would have ahead of him. This is a year I would say yes, I would vote for him.
Okay.
Yes.
I say yes also. Ryan Braun.
That's a no for me, dog.
No from me as well, though an MVP and, Jewish baseball player. So
No.
You just made me feel bad about voting against a Jewish
What
baseball
was-
player.
No.
what was his-
I'm the Jewish
Hammer?
cheater.
No, he had a Jewish nickname for
The Jewish cheater.
something Hebrew.
No, I don't know. He's a no for me, dog. Also.
yeah,
Mark-
Hebrew Hammer. That's
Hebrew Hammer. Yeah.
Oh, the Hebrew Hammer. That's a great nickname. We'll get into best nicknames in sports as the offseason
time.
continues. Mark Burley, for me, 100% is yes.
Mark Burley is no, but that's one that I struggle
We're
with.
going to edit that out.
Because I think that at no point was he dominant enough for my liking, but he was just an absolute horse and a player that you would love to have on your team.
he is probably my favorite player on this ballot. It's a no for a Hall of Fame vote, but he is probably my favorite player on this ballot.
No.
You all just hate the 2005 White Sox. Shin Soo Choo.
Also a no.
No for me also.
Yeah.
Also a no, but he does hold a very significant piece of MLB history as an Asian-born player. He holds a lot of records that now Ohtani has passed, but a lot of Ohtani passes for first place was passing Shin-Soo Choo. Great player, not quite.
No.
Edwin Encarnacion.
That's an easy no.
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 Big Masher, not good enough at anything
Honestly,
else.
I thought I'd be on the island by myself with no, but also no. Gio Gonzalez.
Also no.
Yeah, can we talk about somebody else?
No.
Pass. Alex Gordon.
No.
Pain in the ass. Loved his story. No.
Much like the 2014 World Series, I'm leaving him on third base. No.
Absolutely not for me. Cole Hamels, 100% yes.
See, Cole Hamels, I think, had a better career than Mark Burley, but is also a no for me.
Also a no from me. But again, Hall of Very Good, but not quite enough.
Yeah, he was on that trajectory for a while, but not good enough long enough to make it, so it's a no.
Fair enough. King Felix.
I would love to say yes.
Then say it.
Because
say it.
I thought that
say
he was
it.
such a dominant pitcher, but it was only for about a year and a half.
Is the MVP, not MVP, is the Hall of Fame not just when you were dominant for at least a short period of time?
I mean,
No.
but he was dominant for
You're
such
full
a
of
a
crap.
longevity.
No, it's not a lot.
It's a longevity.
Look at who's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, exactly. Look at them.
Here's the thing. I will agree
Mark
with
Grace
you.
is a Hall of Famer.
I have a harder time with the guys that are in the Hall of Fame that were a above average ball player for 20 years.
Harold Baines.
And
It's only because he's on ESPN.
I would much rather
That's
have more
Harold
players like Felix Hernandez
Was Harold Baines.
that were out of their mind good for a year and a half, but it's still a no.
Wow. Okay.
Great peak, also a no. Very likable player, no for the Hall of Fame. I have strict Hall of Fame.
If you want to put any stock into the Hall of Fame statistics on baseball reference, it's a hard no on their end, and it's a no for me as well.
Wow. You guys just hate King Felix. Okay, the next one will be interesting. Mr. Torrey Hunter.
Also a no.
My favorite player growing up, the reason I wanted to play center field, no. Again, Hall of Very Good.
Oh, he just was Mr. Web Gem. Like,
He was.
the Web Gem was made for Torrey Hunter.
He's the reason I wanted to play center field.
Who has 2 eyes in their first name? He's going in the Hall of Fame for me.
It's a soft no for me. I didn't realize he had 353 home runs.
Yep.
He's got a very good resume.
He does. He has a very good resume. So
Yes.
he goes in the Hall of Very Good.
Wow. Okay. Andrew Jones.
If I'm not letting Torrey Hunter in, I'm not letting Andrew Jones in. Like, they're the same player, right?
They are
They're
not.
not.
No, they're not.
They're
What do you
They're
mean
not.
they're not?
No.
Andrew Jones.
And I'll tell a story why they're not here in a minute.
Andrew Jones is one that has won me over as the years have gone by. And looking more and more into his career, I'm going to give the yes on this. It is, again, like Beltran, a fringe yes. But a yes.
I'll put you over the edge here in a minute.
It's actually a yes.
Okay. All right. So we got 2 yeses.
We
One.
gotta
Hold
stop.
on. I want to tell this story real quick. So there was a very famous gentleman's nightclub in the Atlanta area for a long time that I don't believe is still open. And there were some charges brought, some concerns about potentially, let's just say, extracurricular activities. And in the lawsuit against said strip club, or gentleman's nightclub, sorry, Avery, they brought Andrew Jones in as a testifying witness, and they asked him on record, under oath, why did you frequent this establishment? And he said, quote, because I like the girl-on-girl action. So, to me,
Rar.
Hall of Famer. Not for that, but also for that.
Seems like a little bit for that.
A little bit for that. I thought that would elicit a little bit of laughter.
I'm angry now. You've got to tell me. You've got to tell me why Andrew Jones is significantly
I
better than
have
Torrey
also
Hunter.
been inappropriate in a strip club. Why am I not in the Hall of Fame?
Well, because did you ever win 10 gold gloves and hit 51 home runs in a season?
Yes.
Not in real life.
Well, that's why.
All right, Matt Kemp.
No.
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 The hard pass for me.
One good year.
Howie Kendrick.
No.
No.
Nope.
World Series hero Howie Kendrick, but that's
Nick.
the biggest thing.
Nick Markakis.
No.
I loved Nick Markakis. Great pure hitter. Absolutely not a Hall of Famer.
No.
I want to vote for an Oriole, but absolutely not. Daniel Murphy.
No.
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 No. Dustin Pedroia.
I would love to say yes, but his career just wasn't long enough. No.
Yeah, I don't either. It's, again, Hall of Very Good, right there on the, kind of on the fringe for his position. Not enough to put it over for me.
Yeah, it's a no.
You guys are drunk. He's a Hall of Famer. Hunter Pence, the weirdest batting stance of all time.
Oh, that's not even close.
Hall of Very, well, no, but maybe not.
It's, wait, who's weirder?
Great counsel.
Lots of people.
It's very weird also, and
But
Craig
Evan
Counsell is
Hughes-
also very weird.
His batting stance was not the only weird thing about him.
His
Oh,
throwing
he's very weird.
Hall of Very Weird, but no.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go no. Also,
He's a Giants Wall of Famer.
yeah. This
First ballot.
Hunter Pence is probably my most fringe player, but I'm still going no. Andy Pettit.
No.
I don't think so. Again, this one just quite doesn't tip the scale.
He was never like the best. He was never in like the top 5 pitchers in the American League.
This would be a classic. The what you hate. 20 years of being a
Very
good
above average, yes.
player without ever being the best. Put together a very nice career. Not enough for Hall of Fame for me.
No.
No. Rick Porcello.
No.
To the moon. Rob JV of a Cy Young.
To the moon.
Even though he's also a former Tiger, Rob JV of a Cy Young.
Get on.
Boom, Alice. It's also a no for me.
I love. Oh
We're
man.
about to get to interesting names.
Yes.
Yeah, we are, but that I didn't expect to laugh.
We're
that
about
hard.
to get to names that should absolutely be yeses, but have controversies that have kept them from.
Well, one of them's not. Rick Porcello is a no for me.
No. I'm talking about after Porcello.
No, I got you. Manny Ramirez.
100% yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not even a question. Put him in. Well, that was quick. Alex Rodriguez.
This one should be even quicker. This is one of the easiest
So
yeses of all
for
time.
all the people that and they 100% cheated, 100% cheated,
Well,
100% cheated. I'm going to say they 100% cheated. But Gaylord Perry is in the Hall of Fame and is well known for just slathering the ball in Vaseline. And people are like, "Oh, wasn't that adorable?" He found brilliant ways to cheat. That's how he got him, like that good old Gaylord. And it's like, no, like he was a cheater.
Gaylord was adorable.
Like I don't know, like when pitchers doctor baseballs, like there are all these stories of them cutting and scuffing and everything like that, and it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? That's just part of trying to
Nail filers.
win the game. And like steroids are also a form of cheating, but I don't necessarily think it's any different. That's my rant.
So
A-Rod-
yes to you.
Yes.
A-Rod may be the best hitter outside of Barry Bonds I've ever watched in my life.
Oh,
He is an
you're
absolute
drunk.
yes. And if you sit at this table and say yes to Manny Ramirez and no to Alex Rodriguez, I question what goes on in your head, as both were suspended for PEDs, and A-Rod was significantly better.
We're gonna get around the table here in a hot second.
Yeah, I can't say yes to Bonds, who I've been villaging for, and say no to A-Rod. A-Rod has to win.
Here's why I say no to A-Rod. And
He's weird.
Nope. It has nothing to do with weird. A-Rod sat on the board of an anti-steroid commission for youth sports as a post-cursor for a student on his board who committed suicide after using steroids. He sat on a stage and railed against the use of steroids while using steroids to promote someone not using steroids who had killed themselves after using steroids.
Now, hold on.
That's a long-winded answer to say he is a ginormous turd.
Hold on.
No,
No.
not hold on.
No.
He is a giant piece of crap.
This is steroids.
Also, partial owner of the Timberwolves. Please sponsor the pod because you're
Don't
local.
sponsor the pod because you're a piece of crap.
This is steroids against youth in sports.
Correct, but he sat on the board, sat
Okay.
with parents of this grieving family.
Yeah.
And who's better to know the repercussions of steroids than somebody who's used them?
He didn't admit it. He didn't admit it. That's the difference.
You know,
If
the
he said, "This is
downsides-
why I know the difference,"
The
that'd be
downsides
different.
of using steroids is getting $500 million.
No, now look.
The downside is suicide. The upside is $500 million.
I'm sitting here drinking a beer, but I'm not for youths drinking a beer.
Great. Did you
Okay.
get $500 million for drinking that beer?
I wish.
That's not the point.
It is the point because he was
$500 million.
He was an
also-
adult when he did it.
It
He
is
can make an adult
it
decision.
is the point because he was being paid to not care about the repercussions and sat on a board that told youth families this is fine, don't do it because it's a-okay, and yet he was looking these people in the eye saying, I would never have done steroids that killed your son. 2 years later, it came out, I was doing the steroids that also killed your son.
Because he was an
Alex-
grown man who could take.
So was the child. He was 18. He was their child. He was 18. He was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Alex Rodriguez is a ginormous piece of crap. Should not be anywhere near not only a broadcast booth, but the Hall of Fame.
Second best hitter I've ever seen play in my life. He's a Hall of Famer.
It's fine. I'm just giving my opinion. No one's right or wrong. I think he's a ginormous hemorrhoid on the game of baseball.
Was he not against youths taking steroids? Is that what you're saying?
He was against it as long as it benefited him financially.
Against youths taking steroids.
He was against it as long as it benefited him financially, which because
Another Rodriguez. Instead of A-Rod, let's go to K-Rod.
Yes.
Francisco Rodriguez is who you're talking about.
Yes.
It's a no, but I could very easily be talked into it.
437 saves.
Yes.
It's a yes.
How many
for
kids
me.
did he kill?
286 career. I mean,
No,
It's,
like,
it's a yes for me. I think.
could you
relief
easily
pitchers,
be talked into a no?
No, I think relief pitchers have not gotten enough love in the Hall of Fame. It is a very important position, especially back end of the bullpen, that does not get the recognition that they deserve. And Francisco Rodriguez is arguably a top 5 closer of all time. I think that that's enough in my opinion. I don't think he gets in, but I would vote for him.
Closers need more recognition
Yes.
for what they need to do. You need to be a maniac to pitch the 9th inning.
Yeah.
We've seen way too many guys
And-
who were like great in the 8th inning and just they get put in the closer position and just
Or
completely crumble.
Or they're
It's a-
great closers for a year or two, and then that's
too.
it. Like, to be a closer
Glenn
for
Perkins.
that period, that amount of time, that good.
He holds the single
it's a
season
yes.
record of
You
62.
know what? I'm now a yes because I think Joe Nathan should be in. And if Joe Nathan is, if Joe Nathan is in, if
Joe Nathan
is
should
in,
not
then
be in
K-Rod should be
over
in.
K-Rod,
No,
so you
no.
can't be in. Yes, exactly.
I just switched. I just switched.
Yeah,
I just
no.
switched.
I'm agreeing with
I
you.
switched.
I'm agreeing with you. If you're a yes for Nathan, you have to be a yes,
Yes.
for K-Rod.
I'm out on K-Rod.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, Ben's always on the minority opinion.
The Minority Report.
Any rods? He does rods.
No.
Yeah, I hate rods. Jimmy
Hey,
Rollins is
except
the
for
last
Rodrigo.
one. I love Rodrigo. We miss you. Last, Jimmy Rollins. We have 3 more. I only have 1 more on
Yeah,
my
I only
list.
see one more also.
Who are the other 2?
Well, let's do Jimmy Rollins
Jimmy
first.
Rollins, loved watching him play. He's a no.
No for me as well.
Giants legend? No.
I'm going to go with no also.
Chase Utley.
Why am I not seeing Chase Utley on my list?
Oh, because our screenshot doesn't go to the bottom. If you're looking at the same thing I am from MLB, yes. Chase Utley, yeah, there's Chase Utley, Omar Vizquel, and David Wright at the
Sorry
bottom.
if your name
underneath.
is at the end of the alphabet.
I was looking at the same. I was looking at the same count.
I was looking at the same thing
the
that,
same
that you
picture
were,
count
apparently.
on MLB's site, but you have to actually click the picture
so
to get to their tweet.
Chase Utley? I'm going to go with yes.
It's no. It's another one I could be talked into.
I'm not going to talk you into it.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go yes because, well, yes if they put Lou Whitaker in.
I don't feel like that's a qualifying metric
Well,
that you can use.
I'm saying if he wasn't like any position other than second base, I'd say no. But what he did as a second baseman, I think puts him in. But with Lou Whitaker, I think Lou Whitaker is ahead of him. And with Lou Whitaker not being in, I can't say yes to Utley without Whitaker being in, though I would put them both.
Totally okay with that.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to stump pretty hard for a second baseman that's on the Veterans Committee list. And Utley is kind of right there in that range as well. A fringe yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue for one and not the
I
other.
thought you were given the name.
You
No,
want to
that's for
spoil it?
that's
Nope,
for
nope.
another. That's for
Nope.
the next episode.
All right, Tyler, give us the other one. Or the next one.
Well,
Omar
Omar
Vizquel.
Vizquel.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's,
Give me the case. Why
he's
Omar
a fr-
Vizquel?
It's a lot of reasons.
Why Omar Vizquel is 11 Gold Gloves and 2,877 hits. That's the extent. 400 stolen bases, 2,877 hits, 11 Gold Gloves. Fantastic, flashy defender.
I'm going on gut.
Lot of hits. Stole a decent amount of bases, so he used his speed. He didn't have any power, but he got on base, used his speed. I still think that this is, again, one that's as fringe as it gets for me, but on the no side. But I could see it being a yes.
he has some unfortunate things in his post-baseball career
That is true as well.
that should disqualify him.
That is very true.
Okay,
as
so
well.
then A-Rod shouldn't be
Worse
included.
than J-Rod.
I know it's worse, but still not good.
Anyway, get off
Anyway.
your A-Rod train and let's actually talk about who's in front of
Who's
us.
the next one?
David Wright.
No. I may be in the minority on this. It's a strong no.
I don't think you're in the minority. It's
No, I think I'm in a minority because it's a strong no. Like, I don't think that he came anywhere close
to me,
to
it's-
doing enough in his career. Very, very great player, and if his prime was able to last longer than it did before the injuries set in, he was on a Hall of
he
Fame
is.
track, but he did not do enough in his career to be a Hall of Fame.
He's a guy that the Mets will always love.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
he-
they'll
he's
put
one of-
Met, for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he is,
They'll put his name in the rafters if it's not already there, but no for
there's
me.
no rafters in baseball.
You know what I mean?
It's
I
not, but
know.
No for me.
He also had like just a handful of brilliant seasons.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
it's a no for me.
He was on a Hall of Fame pace, but that pace did not keep up for nearly long enough to be a Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
he needed
So-
about 5 more of those seasons.
Yeah.
So,
it's a no.
show consensus, no?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
as in show consensus.
Oh, no, show consensus, the
Correct.
consensus is a no.
Correct is the better word.
Correct. All right,
Okay.
kids. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to do Ballpark Brews and then very quick trivia. And then we'll get out of your hair for the week. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. And we are going to go into Ballpark Brews.
Yeah.
And we have a very special Ballpark Brew brought to you and curated by one Tyler. So, Tyler, tell us a little bit about this.
It is.
And tell us a little bit about this, because not only the listeners don't know, but us as the other podcast people don't know.
It's covered by a towel right
Yeah,
now.
this is
Yeah.
a big surprise.
So, because this is representing the city of Los Angeles, and also representing the 4-time MVP Shohei Ohtani.
I wish the listeners could see what's happening right now.
We do need a live feed. at some point.
Yeah. But when enough people subscribe and give us money, we'll get a camera so that we can also post a YouTube
please,
of clips.
please donate $5 per person. Please. What is happening?
Okay, so four-time
Continue,
four-time MVP
Yes.
Shohei
So Tommy
Ohtani.
exists, and now this beer's here.
Yes. So it is in fact not a beer.
Oh,
Ooh.
So
sake.
it is not a sake. It is the official Soshu of
Ooh,
the Los
Soshu.
Angeles Dodgers. It is Nicchiato, which is a barley spirit. And we are going to sample this both neat on the rocks as well as one of the cocktails that they serve at Dodgers Stadium, mixed in with a lemonade and fizzy water.
Everyone turn.
I am
Whoa!
locked in. I really do wish that we had
Wait,
some
hold
video
on.
here.
Did
'cause
you
this
and
presentation
did you and
is-
producer man talk about this beforehand?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had an accomplice, and I'm very grateful for my accomplice's assistance.
You guys
in
cannot
presenting
see this, but this display is
That's incredible.
gorgeous.
That's
It's
incredible.
beautiful, and I am excited for this.
Okay.
So-
Producer man, please bring him over. I'm ready to taste.
I'm going to
Oh, no.
go, and I'm going to bring the. We're going to start off with On the Rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
Just real quick, can we get a round of applause for producer
Excellent
man?
job. Also, as a Giants fan, I'm probably
Holy
contractually obligated
crap.
to not like this.
That is a big drink. Wow. Are you all sleeping here?
In the hefty glasses.
Oh yeah, there's also a winter storm warning in about 2 hours, so let's
You gotta-
take
you
that
gotta
into
get
account,
moving.
too.
Okay. So, cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
What? How do they cheers in Japan?
We got to do it again so producer man can get the boomerang.
I don't know. My
To
Japanese
another
is
World
rusty.
Baseball
L'chaim.
Classic Championship. Hey, that's mine. That is incredibly smooth.
Yeah, that's really good. Wow.
Smooth enough that I'm not sure this is.
Kanpai.
Kanpai. That's right.
Maybe not do it with the accent.
Can pie.
Compile.
Kampai, everybody.
Wow.
My speakers won't stop. You want to just see what Google has to say?
Yes, please.
This is...
I wasn't wrong.
Get your
Thank you, Google.
get your computer to shut up.
I can't.
This is, very smooth.
Yeah, it starts off like almost nothing, and then it hits.
It's like butter whiskey.
Yeah, so
I would not put whiskey anywhere near the taste of what this is, but...
On the back end.
It literally starts off like there's nothing.
Yeah.
And then it hits out.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
vodka
Very
water.
interesting.
It's literally vodka water. It starts as water and finishes as vodka.
Very dangerous, really.
yeah, so this is a barley base.
This is how Tyler got arrested.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, let's just say I am not finishing this full thing on the rocks if I want to be conscious.
So it's not terribly high proof. I think that we're looking at about 27% alcohol.
That's not
So it's, it's not awful. It's going to be below, but very smooth, and it's not sake. I can tell you that much. It's not
Yeah,
sake
it's
because I
not.
really don't particularly enjoy sake, and I do like this.
It is pronounced kanpai. I was right. It means to dry the glass.
And so, like, from a cocktail standpoint, I think that this is just a pure single for me. Like, I'm gonna enjoy this, I'm gonna like it, but I don't know that I'm going to necessarily order this one again.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's very smooth. I don't typically drink liquor on the rocks, like, ever. College beat
Sucks
that
to
out.
be you.
College beat that out of me. And
Shout out to Jake from Detroit.
I feel not the best when I try to drink liquor on the rocks. This is very smooth. I can actually sit and drink this. I think this is a nice hard hit double to the wall. Like, it's never my preference to drink straight liquor, but this is.
Is this
solid.
straight? Is this straight liquor?
It's straight on the
Yeah.
rocks.
Straight on the rocks.
I don't know if you call it liquor. Like, it lives someplace in between liquor and wine.
But
That's still liquor.
straight up on the rocks. No mixer, no nothing. I could actually sit and like drink this as a drink. I think
Avery,
this is a
don't
solid-
drink this ever. Never.
Yes, kids, don't drink.
We're not 21 as an episode yet. Please don't do
As
it.
A-Rod says, don't drink, kids. while
And
we
also,
drink.
don't do steroids while I sit on a board of
Okay,
steroids.
so Tyler,
Okay, and now traditionally, like the mixed drink that you would put with this would be a lemonade, or just like some lemon and like a
see
little
this
bit
being
of simple syrup and some club soda.
Oh, no.
Thank you, producer man.
We're getting overserved. I know who to sue.
on the rocks, I feel like I can sit and sip for a while. This is what could be dangerous.
And so this should be like 2 parts lemonade to 1 part shochu.
Oh yeah, I'd be dead. If you served me this, I would keep drinking it until I died.
That's like lemonade that
This
that's parents hate me.
This is some good stuff.
Oh wow.
Mike didn't have nothing on this lemonade.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this is a home run for me.
Oh,
Like this could be exceptionally dangerous.
This is not a home run. This is a Kyle Schwarber 485-foot bomb out of the stadium.
I'm going to tell you right now.
This is some good stuff.
I'm going to tell you right now. Trivia is going to be real interesting.
Have you seen that clip of Randy Johnson hitting and he face plants after first? That's this.
So where did you find
that's
where
after
did
this.
you find this?
I was trying to research ballpark brews and trying to figure out something that associated with Los Angeles, and I found this like through some sort of press release as the official shochu of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and so I ordered it online. It was shipped to my home, where I was not around to sign for it, so it got returned to Los Angeles.
No.
And then I had to reship it to my place of business. and then acquired it that way.
So, guys, if you are so inclined, please send money to swingandamisspod@gmail.com to reimburse Tyler for this.
This wasn't supposed to be like super expensive. Like this was a very modestly priced endeavor until I had to ship it 2 times, and then it kind of got out of hand.
Thank you for going through the hassle,
kidding.
because this is
Yes, thank you very
fantastic.
much.
Cheers.
And I think Nels is double fisting them.
I will
This
finish
is
both.
fantastic.
We found out the hassle Tyler had to go through. I can't let this go to waste.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I will be drinking both. Don't you worry.
So thank you, Tyler.
But it is
And,
my basement,
I
so-
hope that this
might
Monday
be
night
sleeping
football
in
game
your
is more entertaining.
Please do. Please do.
Working from here tomorrow.
You're welcome to.
I
Wow.
can bring my work
Tyler.
laptop and charger. So.
Tyler, that was excellent. I don't
That
think
was a great surprise.
Yeah, I don't think
Thank you, Tyler, and thank you, producer man, for helping put it all
I
together.
thank both of you. I don't think I gave a grade to either one. On the rocks, I'm going to go solid triple. That's really, really good. The mixer, I'm going 3-run homer. That's excellent. It's really good. It tastes like lemonade that you don't want to admit you like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like as Nell said, like if you're drinking a Mike's Arm lemonade and you want to up your game, this is definitely the way to do it.
That's really good.
This is Shohei's Hard Lemonade.
Whose?
Shohei's.
Shohei's
Hard lemonade.
Shohei's Hard Lemonade.
Epay's bookie. All right, cool.
The team in our softball league. That did this every year.
Right. Let's move into trivia. We're in the off season of trivia, so
Oh, that's not beer.
we're
Nels has got 3 beverages in front of him right now.
Kids don't drink.
get it together, Jeannie. Your son is going crazy.
Yeah, come kid your boy.
We're going to talk a little bit about ballpark food. So, who wants to start?
I do.
I will start.
Nels does.
I
No,
like
I-
ballpark food.
Yeah.
Nels very
right.
strongly, but
So, Nels, the first piece of ballpark food trivia. What year did Harry Stevens? What year is he? What did you feed? What did you feed us? Holy crap!
1942.
In what year is Harry Stevens credited with introducing hot dogs at a ballpark?
Oh, lordy.
that's not a year.
No, it's not, but man, they sure did wear suits back in the day, so if you want to get mustard on a suit.
Yeah, that was kind of a staple at the time, right?
1958.
You're not even close.
1921.
You're closer.
I'm going to go with 1905.
1895.
Oh, I wanted to go 1898.
Well, you should have.
Oh, I did it.
That was old Simpson.
Hot dog's been a wrong for.
That would have been wrong.
I can't speak.
Yeah,
Did you say hot dog's been a wrong?
Frankfurter.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It's not great.
Hot links.
Did you?
hey guys, we got some hot
You
dogs
guys,
over here.
you fed us the most incredible liquor
Got your
ever.
wieners over here.
Oh, all right, Josh, you're
Yep.
starting here. I'm gonna go
47.
Yep, you got it. No, it's not true. Also, Harry Stevens also began selling peanuts, a partnership that helped them become a stadium staple, further cementing by the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in what year?
1897.
You're not far off, but you're wrong.
Well, I know I'm not far off, considering the last one was 1895, and it's the same dude.
1903.
Also not far off, but you're wrong.
1902.
1908. All right.
Is this Harry Stevens guy in the Hall of Fame? Because he should be. Let's talk about him getting in the Hall.
Hot dogs and Cracker
Let's
Jacks,
talk about
bro.
legacy here.
We're gonna Harry Stevens on one plaque, and the guy who invented shochu at Dodger Stadium on the plaque right next door.
So my question now
It was
is,
Yamamoto.
here's my trivia question that I don't have the answer to. What staple of baseball food was introduced in 2016? Because if this dude in 1908, that was the Cubs World Series, and then they didn't win again until 2016. So we gotta have the Cubs World Series.
It was the Steve Bartman.
the Steve Bartman. Is that soju and lemonade?
It really is. All
That's when
right.
you think they're going to serve you a hot dog, but somebody
They take
takes
it back.
right out of your
Ah,
hands.
right out of
That
your
was
hands.
actually the introduction of the 999 challenge.
All right, Tyler,
Shout
you
out,
ready?
Steven.
Yes.
Frederick Ruckheim started. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you look not ready. Frederick Ruckheim started selling Cracker Jacks in 1896, and its appearance in the song "Take Me Out to the Ballpark" solidified its place as a baseball snack. The first toy surprise in the box was in what year?
1917.
No, I was going to give you a clue.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
There was a famous ship that sank in this same year.
Oh, 1907.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's on to me. 17?
Negative.
I'm going purely based on the ship comment and not logic of the Cracker Jacks, and I'm going to go 1975.
No.
The Edmund Fitzgerald.
1913?
We just passed the 50th
When did the
anniversary of the
Titanic
Edmund
sink?
Fitzgerald. and
The
you-
Titanic sank in 1912.
Oh, I knew it was the
Oh,
Titanic.
you guys are going Titanic. We live in Minnesota. The 50th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was last week.
I got to tell you, man.
So-
Can I tell you how many people I got Instagram messaging me from other parts of the country? Like, it's the 50th anniversary of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
It's a
like,
big deal.
I'm
here in the
aware.
Great Lakes
I'm
states.
aware.
I don't remember Leonardo DiCaprio talking about Cracker Jack prizes in the movie.
Producer man, you okay over there?
I'm in the
There would have been enough room on that.
He
on
didn't
that
go up to
floating
Kate
board
Winslet and be
if
like,
she
"I
didn't
got
keep
me
the
a
Cracker
whistle."
Jacks. All right. Before we get too out of control.
Oh, jeez. All right. These became popular in the 1960s thanks to players like Reggie Jackson.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was not my guess.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah.
The right to bottle and sell this pop at ballparks was granted to Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead in the late 1890s, making a nationwide concession
Joseph
item.
Whitehead was definitely racist.
I'm going to go with Coca-Cola.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
You had
Nailed
two
it.
shots at it.
Well,
There were two colas back then, and
Well,
you picked the right one.
I know a little bit about Pepsi-Cola.
Don't say.
My sister used to live in the town of New Bern, North Carolina, which founded that.
Allison.
Yeah.
My dad worked for Coca-Cola, so
Well, look at that.
I knew
Allison and Nels'
we got the cola wars
family.
between the families. Yeah. The
right.
Hatfield McCoys.
Did that just pop up on your screen?
It just popped up, and I want to so badly say what you just texted me, and I can't
It's
because
an inside joke. It's an inside joke for now.
Hey, make us more popular that we have a Patreon, and I'll tell you what that text said. Nels. This started as a small novelty item in helmets in the 1970s.
What, like the ice cream helmets?
Nailed it.
Oh, that's it?
That is it.
Yeah.
No, we're not done. We're not done.
Oh,
we're not
okay.
done. All right. So, who once ate 12 hot dogs and 8 bottles of soda in a single doubleheader, Josh?
Wade Boggs.
No.
Just chicken.
Andre the Giant.
He didn't play in the MLB.
Yeah,
a
but
player?
he could have performed such a feat.
He could have.
It was a player?
Yeah, it was a player. It's a baseball
I was gonna say
podcast.
Joey Chestnut, but all right.
No,
I
he
gotta
was-
figure out a player now.
It's a baseball podcast, you idiots.
George Brett.
No,
Oh, no, this was just recently, wasn't it?
it was not.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
Brett Phillips.
Bartolo Colon.
I get
Why we gave us liquor? What is wrong with you? Babe Ruth.
that
That's-
fat guy.
That's unfair.
That F.
That's so obvious.
That fat F.
That fat guy.
All right. Tyler?
Yes.
All right, cool. Americans consume an estimated how many billion hot dogs during baseball season?
Oh my goodness gracious! It's a lot of billions.
Well, it depends.
Billions.
It depends. How many of these games is our buddy Steven attending? Because that man loves a good dollar dog night. And shout out to Steven for $9.99 at my bachelor party.
So, is this
for sure.
exclusively in the stadium, or is it just like in the summertime?
No, it's got to be in the stadium.
I don't know.
Well, so I'm just saying, I'm doing some math here. Say like average of like 2 million fans in attendance per team
per year.
Per team per year. So then you're talking about 60 million fans in attendance.
Okay.
And I'm saying on average 1 hot dog per fan, but that's not enough. And so I'm thinking that this is just like Americans in the summer, and I'm saying each American eats something like 20 hot dogs in the summer on average. And
Except Josh.
On average. I'm driving.
Josh is not average.
For once, I'm below average.
I eat way more, and Josh eats way less. So
together, Tyler and I average out to 4.5 hot dogs a game.
So I'm gonna say 4.5 billion hot dogs.
4.5 billion? Okay, you're wrong.
Okay.
This is the most unhinged we've ever been.
Wrong.
I don't know that that's true, but we're getting
You
up.
brought liquor to the
How many more
group.
questions are there after this?
A lot.
A lot?
Like 3.
Okay. Just give a number, Nels.
5.5 billion.
You're getting closer.
8 billion.
You went over.
Golly.
7 billion hot dogs during baseball season.
Yeah, that's definitely for all Americans and not
Yeah,
the ballparks.
yeah.
Because there is no chance ballparks are selling
All right,
7
Nels.
billion hot dogs.
What month is traditionally hot dog month?
You got 12 options.
I do.
And logically, you can eliminate probably at least 7 of those.
I can. That's why I'm going to say July.
Look at you.
I was
Look
gonna
at
say
you.
July also.
Look
I
at
know.
you.
Wow, 4th of July is hot dog month. Who
Who
I
would
know.
have guessed it?
Not me.
4th of
All
July
right.
has got to be the single day where the most hot dogs are consumed, and it's not just because of Joey Chestnut.
It's not.
It's not.
He does half of them,
It's
but
'cause
we all do the
God
rest.
damn Americans.
All right, Yeshua.
Two
A
more.
plain hot dog has approximately how many calories?
Not enough.
280.
That's very close, but no.
I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to say 230.
You're a little low.
Okay.
God, that's depressing. I've eaten
Just
so many calories.
split the difference, my man. That was a
250.
little-
250 is correct.
He's
Look
on
at
hell.
Nels.
Heating up.
All right,
Well,
so
to be fair, you had a lot of help. But
real quick, these are
I was
not
going to say 800 calories if I was
The-
so yes.
these are not trivia questions, but they're baseball food related pieces. So, Josh, I'm going to tell you a phrase. I want you to tell the listeners what it means. Okay?
okay.
Can of corn.
Oh, an easy pop fly.
Meatball, Tyler.
That's a pitch right down the middle, heart of the plate.
Yep. Nels, tater.
Oh, a home run.
Josh, what's a cup of coffee?
A brief time in the major leagues.
And Tyler, what is a pea?
A pea?
PEA.
Fastball?
And up in the zone. Look at you guys. All right, so that
We know our
is-
slang.
You know your slang.
There's one thing we know.
Why
It's
didn't
how
I get
to
a second
take.
question.
All right,
words
Nels, what is a hot dog in a ballpark?
Perfect.
Delicious is correct.
Good time.
You nailed it. Okay, that's our episode for tonight. That's episode 20, guys. We did 20 episodes so far.
Honestly, that's wild. Thank you, boys,
We're
for sticking
100th
with
of the way
this.
to 2,000.
No, no one's clapping except me.
Well, I've got this skull thing in the hand.
I
So
got 3 drinks going here, man.
it's a bit unhinged at the table, but
We
thank you everybody for listening in. Anybody that's been with us since episode 1 and anybody
Yeah.
that's starting here at 20. Thank you for being along on the journey with us.
Yeah, we really appreciate your patronage. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us. We are stupid, and we're doing this just for fun.
There were questions about what are you going to do in the off season. Shout out to Bill who asked that question. Hopefully he finds this entertaining.
Hey man, Bill, you
Also-
got a championship. Shut up.
Despite me trashing Kershaw for like 15 minutes straight.
Also, Bill, please, if you have any ideas of things for us to talk about, feel free.
Swingin'emispod at
Because
gmail.com.
this week, I don't think we did anything listener submitted of topics to talk
No.
about. So we're very open to any topics people want to
We
listen
also
to.
burned like a third of our off season topics, so
Yeah?
yeah, please.
So
Oh, that's what you think.
Oh!
Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. It's been fun.
Any last thoughts, Tyler?
Come pie.
Yeah! She said it correctly!
Avery, I'm so sad. This is the episode that we shout you out.
Yeah, just listen to the first half, and then mom and dad cut the second.
Be fair, her mom and dad don't listen. It's just my mom and Avery that listen in the car every day.
Well, Avery, you're our biggest fan. We love you.
Yeah, we do. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Play the game, love the game, and we will talk to you in 2 weeks. That's ridiculous.
No, that's exactly.
That's our normal cadence.
It feels ridiculous.
No.
All right, kids. We love you. Nels is going to sleep here tonight, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Later.